Welcome to Sports Talk with John and John. I'm John.
I'm John.
That's my son. And
I'm the
Who
shark.
else
You
is
can't
that?
see me. I'm in the car, but I gotta be here for the segment, y'all.
Yeah. All I see is
actually,
eyes
the,
and
the
teeth.
shark is really under the water right now
Eyes and
because
teeth.
his picks weren't doing so well, so he's a bit under the water right now. Hey, listen,
Eyes and teeth.
you can listen to us. You can listen to us and comment and subscribe. Please subscribe to our podcast at Sports Talk with John and John at YouTube.com. Email us at sportstalkwithjohnandjohn@gmail.com. And if you're unafraid to hear your voice or you're not afraid to leave a message, and you can have a number to call, 504-434-2509. Right now, we're going to jump right into the Indianapolis Colts. I called it. I said the Indianapolis Colts were not going anywhere. I called it. And I think I'm the only one in Sunday's picks, and I'm taking my flowers on this. I want to call it out right now. Right now, the Shark took the Jags over the Colts. The Shark took the Jags over the Colts. And my oldest son took the Jags over the Colts.
Well, the first of all, you mean the Colts over the Jags, right?
You took the Jags. You took the Jags. You would have taken the Jags. I'm sorry, you would have taken the Colts.
I would have taken the Colts in that game.
I took the Jags. The Shark took the Colts. But does that mean anything? Yeah, it does. It means something. It means something.
You know, you kill me.
Wait. Let me get with the Colts.
You kill me. You absolutely kill me.
Why?
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Wait a minute. Hey, what's
you know what? But doesn't shout from the rooftop. I'm right now. It's 11:59.
Who's the guy that commented on us and gave us some salt in the bag with regards to our discussion with the Indianapolis Colts?
Yeah, I sided with that guy too. We're both wrong because Daniel Jones didn't get no max deal no more, my friend.
Listen, Pops, I'm telling him, listen to me. It's Daniel Jones. This is not something that you want to play with here. And the fact that they're going out to go to Phillip Rivers to even think about, and Anthony Richardson sitting right there. Like,
is he with the team still? Is he still with the team?
Yeah, he's still with the team. This is Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson sitting on a bench. And next to him is Phillip Rivers on the side of him. And someone's talking about Anthony Richardson to Phillip Rivers, and Anthony Richardson is sitting right there. He's going like, I'm sitting right here.
Anthony Richardson's hurt. He's hurt.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What, is that referee thing, wasn't it?
No. He's hurt. He got hurt in practice with his shoulder. I think he had surgery on his shoulder or something. So that's why I was confused when I heard the news about Phillip Rivers, who just signed to the practice squad yesterday, and is probably going to start this Sunday.
44 years old.
Not only is this preposterous, and not only am I disgruntled, but I'm highly upset. And I'm pissed off that the league would even allow something like this.
Go and vent. Take the time to vent. Go ahead. Let it out.
Let it out.
So if I'm a nose tackle, or if I'm a left end or right edge, I am hitting fire out of this 44-year-old grandfather who decided to step field on the football field. This is a mockery of the NFL and a mockery of all this young talent and testosterone out on the field, that this father of 10 and grandfather of 1 decided to step back on the field as if it's nothing. Like, oh, yeah, I'll try out with you guys. I'm ready. Put me back in, coach. Oh, okay. Who do they play this week? Who do the Colts play this week? Is it the Texans?
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's not looking good.
I'll take a look right now.
Yeah, the Colts.
Find out
the
who
Colts.
they play.
No.
The
Colts are playing. The Colts are playing.
Superstar.
No, they're playing the Seahawks this week.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm gonna email. Listen, I'm gonna email Jaron Reed and Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams
right now.
Shout out to Big Cat.
Leonard Williams.
Big Cat. Leonard Williams.
I'm putting a vig out. on number 17.
Wow.
I'm putting the vig out on the 44-year-old because we're gonna teach him a lesson.
You're going all in on the Colts, aren't you, son?
We're gonna teach.
This is a little heavy.
We're also gonna teach Roger Goodell a lesson too. Don't you ever allow something so crazy like this. This isn't Brady. This is Phillip Rivers. He just had a 12-pack of Natty Daddies, decided to wipe his lips and give a call to the Colts because he got ties with Shane Steichen. Miss me with that. I'm done.
Did
I'm
you
done.
just say he had a 12? He had a case of Natty Light. Did you just say that?
12-pack of Natty Daddies.
You know who the backup quarterback is? Riley Leonard, and the backup quarterback to Riley Leonard is Tyler Warren. He's the backup to the backup quarterback
tight
to Tyler
end?
Warren. Yeah, the tight end's the backup quarterback.
This is crazy. Last time I
That's
ever seen
crazy.
something crazy is when I seen the punter, who was the backup to the quarterback.
Oh no,
Right.
I watched Ronnie Brown start a season.
Riley
much for
Leonard is
Miami.
the backup quarterback to the Colts right now. Riley Leonard is the backup quarterback.
So
Michael, let me just ask you.
Why don't
Michael,
you call Blake
Michael.
Bortles? Call Blake Bortles. Call Jamarcus Russell.
Wait,
we're
one more.
gonna
Give
get
me
a Teddy
one more
Bridgewater
name.
sighting.
Yeah, Teddy B. Teddy B is still in shape. You can
He's
call Teddy
already
Bridgewater.
signed.
He's on a roster.
Yeah, he's
Oh
on the
my
rise on the
God.
Bucks. So they can't because the
Eli
trade. 'cause
Manning.
I was going to say
Eli Manning.
no.
Eli
Better
Manning.
yet, instead of Eli Manning, who's the guy who he goes and plays when he goes to play college and he puts the makeup on? What's his name again?
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers. Yeah. Yep. Call
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers. I think the Colts would be they'd be better off with Chad Powers.
You can't call Derek Carr. They're not going to call Cam Newton.
No. By the way, I didn't think that would make Cam with the Colts. I think he could mop 2 games up with just Cam in there.
I think he'd be a better fit than Phillip Rivers with the way they run offense, read options, short passes, hand off to the quarterback, hand off to the running back. What is Phillip Rivers going to do? He's a statue.
He's a good friend
Mike,
of the coach, though.
You went in pretty hard there, Mike.
Not as hard as I went in because I took the Jaguars over the Colts. Na boo boo. Stick your head in doo doo.
This isn't. Next thing you know, we're gonna have Donovan McNabb trying out with the Atlanta Falcons. Like, what are we doing? This opens the door. This opens the door for embarrassment in all sports. All sports. Now you're gonna have guys like, you know what? I think I can step back in the ring. Yeah. What's his name?
No.
Retired.
No, you're going
Mike
too far.
Tyson 3 years ago.
No. You're talking like Frank Bruno going back in the ring, or Donovan Razor Reddick going back into the ring.
They must have got it with the dad's website, 60's the new 40, and said, well, 40's the new 20 then.
Whoa.
Shot fired.
Whoa.
Did that Pops just go astray?
Whoa. 60 new 40 has nothing to do. 60new40.com has nothing to do with thinking you can play football again at 6 years old.
Mike, you said Dad is giving all these old people fountain of youth right now.
One of the t-shirts and hoodies in the stand. He's got some ideas.
Wait a minute. I just did my 2 mile in 23 minutes, so leave me alone. I did my 2 mile run in 23 minutes.
Phillip Rivers, that's not the message. On this channel, we go hard on the coaches and we take it easy on the players, but your grandfather. Your grandfather. Now think about this. Let's think about this.
Yeah, let's
I agree with Mike, Pop.
Michael,
I do.
Then Jonathan, who if you're the Colts, you're in the playoff hunt. Absolutely. You're still in there, by the way. It's not like the Colts are out of the playoff hunt. I mean they've had a 3-game skid at this point, yeah? 3-game skid?
Yeah.
They're still 8-5. You know, they're 8-5. They're just 1 game back of the Jaguars. They're 8-5. So who else is out there, and who would you recommend at quarterback? By the way, to our listeners, comment us at YouTube at Sports Talk with John and John at YouTube.com. Keep those comments coming. For our indie fans, you heard me talk about them, and it's nothing. It's crickets now. This is what I'm getting from indie fans right now. Crickets. Because I've been calling it 3 games in a row, and 3 games in a row I have been right about Indianapolis Colts. When are they going to learn? You're Indianapolis.
So I don't know who they get. The reason why I don't know who they get is because the one thing I can agree on is that I might not know who they get, but I know that Phillip Rivers probably isn't the guy I would get. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Mike is right.
For the obvious or the not so obvious?
Well, I think Mike is right. Like, I mean, at the end of the day,
Taylor
Heinicke's out there.
I just think that, you know what, grabbing 40. Well, you know what? No, here's the deal. I think the NFL is a copycat league. I think people watched when Joe Flacco came back, right, from sitting on the couch, and I
Right.
think they saw Joe Flacco come in there and basically lead a team almost to the playoffs, right?
Gardner
Or
Minshew's
damn near
out there. I think Gardner Minshew's out there too, by the way.
Well, I mean, look,
Right.
what I'm saying
No,
is
he's on the
that
team. He's on the team.
Oh, okay.
do I
Could have
think
called
like
Matt Ryan. Call Matt Ryan.
well, I'm just saying, like with Phillip Rivers at this point in time, Shane has a relationship with him, right? Sykin does have a relationship with him, right? Like my knee jerk reaction is say, yo, get this old man out of here. You know what I'm saying? But that's the knee jerk reaction.
That's the real
The
reaction. That's not knee
yeah,
jerk.
well,
That's
the
real.
logical, like
Yeah.
the
You
NFL.
criticize LeBron James, and
Well,
we're beating on LeBron, and he can play. And
so
why can't we say the same thing
what I
about
will
Phillip
say is
Rivers?
what I will say is that Joe Flacco, like I said, I hate to keep bringing him up, but Joe Flacco came in off of the couch and was and demonstrated that limited success in a short period of time, right? So it's not like we don't have a frame of reference. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait, but Joe
we've
Flacco
seen this
played. He
happen
played 3 years in a
before.
row. Phillip Rivers hasn't played a game he hasn't played a
2
professional
years.
football game in 3 years.
2.
Are you crazy?
Played since 2019. No, to 2021.
My God.
2019?
Since 2021.
Are you serious?
Wow,
Since
really?
January.
Is it that
Since
long?
January.
They should
since
get Bobby
January
Boucher.
9th,
What about Bobby Boucher? Bobby Boucher's out there.
January 9th,
Bobby Boucher.
Look,
2021
anybody's
was his
out there
last
right
game.
there.
So it's been
Well,
Wow.
5
all I'm
years.
saying is like all I'm saying
Joe-
is, look, you know
Wow.
what?
Joe
At this point
Montana.
in time, I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. However, you know what? Would it surprise me if Phillip Rivers won them a game? Yeah, it would surprise me. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
It
Okay,
really
good,
would.
thank you. Yes, it would.
However, you know what? Last time I checked, you still have a guy in JT that basically can still, you know what? That I think, given the
No.
right circumstances, the right team against the right opponent, you know what? Is he the type of running back that you can give the ball to 30 times in a game? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, he's going
And
to
if
get
he's
it 30 times right now.
yeah, so
He'll have 3 rushes for 13 yards. They're stacking that box. Cover 0 every time. Make a read.
Oh, it's cover
Make a
0.
read.
There's 9 in the box right now. There's 9 in the
Make
box.
a read.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know what? It'll make things interesting. I think it's a disaster. Phillip Rivers is 44 years old and has been just chilling, playing with a grandkid. You know what I'm saying? Doing the retired thing. The funny thing is that this actually resets his clock for the Hall of Fame, right? This adds another 5 more years, so potentially Phillip Rivers might be eligible for induction into the Hall of Fame at 50 years old. That's a first-time inductee.
I don't
which
think
is
he was
crazy.
ever worried about that. He's gotten checks and he's got like 10 kids. He's not worried about the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I think it's
Yeah.
interesting, but I think Mike is right. Like,
Debate was always between him and Eli Manning, and
well,
I
he was
think,
better than Eli, so.
yeah, I think that debate.
But I mean,
solid.
Mike is right. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you know what? I mean, I would have to look at the availability, but I would imagine that there has to be something better, a better option than this for. But then again, they're only looking at it possibly from a real short-term solution. So,
Listen,
you know, makes you wonder. Do they do they regret not drafting Shador Sanders now?
sometimes it makes me go under. What is that? What is that? I think I'm going under. What is that song by the group? I can't remember the name. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. They're going under. The Colts are going under. They are going under. Since that Chief loss against the Chiefs, the Colts have never been the same. They've never recovered since that 23-20 loss against the Chiefs. They've never really recovered. I actually go back to that Pittsburgh Steelers game where they lost 27-20 and say that game, going into it, they were the hottest team in the league. They're coming off. They're the darling of the league. They're on everyone's must-see TV. I'm the only one saying, hey, look, this is fool's gold. Pittsburgh beats them by 7. They go against a weak Falcons team, and they don't manhandle them, but they do beat the Falcons in a squeaker at 31-25. But then since the Chiefs game, and the Chiefs are not a good team. We can talk about them later, but they're not a good team. And the Chiefs beat the Colts 23-20. They lose against the Texans on another squeaker, 20-16. And then they get blasted by the Jaguars. So these games are close, and then blasting. So at this point, I think the season's over. I don't even think they make
We're
the
done.
playoffs.
Are we done with the Colts?
We're done.
Is it na goodbye?
No.
point?
Stick your head in doo-doo. That's it. It's over. It's over.
Well, I wouldn't
They don't make the
go all
playoffs.
that, but like Cancun's a better option. Cancun's a better option, but
Michael,
no,
you have anything to say? Because you were a big Shane Steichen.
yeah, but once again, that's all predicated on injury. Like, you know what, Daniel Jones, I actually do feel bad for Daniel Jones. I feel bad for Daniel Jones.
Guess
I
what?
feel bad.
Guess what?
Listen,
No, I feel
Now
bad
they
for
release-
Daniel Jones.
of course I do.
They release him.
Of course I
Now
do.
they release him. You know that, right, Jonathan? They release him now.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
They
Absolutely.
release him.
The reason why is because he's going to be in IR all of next year.
He's
like,
done.
Literally,
His football career is done right now. At this point, Daniel Jones.
Yes.
It's over.
Yes.
no, I think
Oh,
that
it's over. It's over. It's over.
well,
It's over.
It'll
No,
be a
it's over.
$5 million.
you know what?
backup
Then at
after
this
This
point in
was-
time,
Right. This was the
yeah,
redemption
they're-
project. This was the redemption project right here. Daniel Jones at Indiana. This was the redemption project, and it was going according to the Silver Slipper until this happened. The shoe just came off, and Cinderella can't find it.
I don't mean to be like one of those guys, those naysayers, but Daniel Jones. I've seen backup quarterbacks not named Daniel Jones far worse than Daniel Jones.
Oh, sure.
Get opportunity. Like, I mean, Brian Hoyer, Mike Kafka. You know, like, I mean, look, the list.
Matt Castle.
The list goes on and on of these retread quarterbacks that just basically accepted the fact that they were going to be carrying clipboards and absolutely doing nothing. If you're telling me that Daniel Jones's career is over, then what I will say is that, you know what, there for every Daniel Jones, there's 4 other quarterbacks that basically were worse than him, never achieved what he did achieve, that basically still had jobs in the NFL. Gardner Minshew stays with a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stays with a job.
Yeah, because he's got a good mustache.
Kenny Pickett stays with a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's only 3 years in the league, so that's not going to count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, you know what? If he rehabs, if he pulls himself together, like, the reality of it is that I can see someone giving him a show me contract, you know, league minimum, vet minimum, 1 year, prove it to me again. You know what?
Argument
and we'll see what this kid's medal is. However, I'm not crying over spilled milk because he did fleece the Giants for over $140 million while he played for the. So, you know what? Hey, man, look, I can't cry over a guy that's made over 100 million in his career. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of Chevy pickup trucks. That's a lot of Chevy pickups. A lot. That is a lot of flannel shirts and Chevy pickup trucks.
By the way, before we move on to the next topic, I'm just going to tell you one thing. I'm going to say 2 words, and it's off topic, but I got to say it because, you know what? I took a lot of hate for my position on this one person, Mike Tomlin.
Woo!
Yeah. You know, if you're watching, you know what? Because you left some comments, you know what? You left some comments, and I was like, wait a second.
I'm bowing down.
This is still Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Big shout out to Mike Tomlin.
And there was someone who mentioned that they were going to ultimately get clobbered by the Baltimore Ravens. So now I'm going to reverse Mike Tomlin. I'm going to take his name out of that hot seat discussion, and I'm going to replace it with another name, John Harbaugh. Okay?
Ooh.
Because if you look at what's going on in Baltimore right now, you can't tell me that is a functional organization. They are falling apart at the seams. Lamar looks miserable. Lamar looks unhappy. You know what? He looks like he's a little bit disconnected from the franchise at this point in time. You know what? And this would have been a perfect opportunity for them, especially being that Pat Mahomes is not going to be in the playoffs, to basically show that they can make it to the Super Bowl. And you know what? He's going to be on the hot seat. Not Mike Tomlin, but Harbaugh now. Let's swap out the names. So all those people that were Mike Tomlin detractors, he found a way. He pulled off a win. You know what? One more game win in the division. And you know what? He's guaranteed in the playoffs, and he just might end up pulling that. So
I'm with our last couple of seconds on that, I think you're absolutely right, and I think we missed it, and we should have probably led with that Mike Tomlin. I was one of the ones saying, like, I don't know, I'm this and that. I think Mike is just about done. I want to apologize. I want to take a back seat. Of course, this could change in next week's game, but
Yeah,
It won't
yeah.
change the fact
No,
that
we're standing on it.
this guy's a good coach.
I'm standing on Mike Tomlin's
Stand
job.
on it.
I,
We can't
Stand
keep
on it.
going back and forth.
I'm
I'm
not standing
standing
on
on
Stand
it.
it
on it.
because you
Put
No,
can't
I'm
all
not.
10
lose.
toes down on it.
Yeah, I'm standing on it. That what they did to the Ravens isn't
No.
impressing because the Ravens stink. That's not impressive. To go into Baltimore and beat a team that's been beating themselves since the first game of the season versus the Bills. It's not impressive. Finish this season out and finish
Michael,
12-5.
right now, the AFC North, AFC North right now, Pittsburgh 7-6. No one would have, if you said to this the beginning of the year that Pittsburgh Steelers at the midpoint, well, we're at the finish line almost, and that standing at the finish line in lead position is a guy that is always at the finish line in the lead position. It's Mike Tomlin. They're 7-6. Everyone else is looking at them from the back door. And by the way, if the Jaguars and the Texans fight it out and duke it out, one of those teams is going to Pittsburgh may have a better record than one of those teams. They may
Well,
finish the year.
what I'm saying is Pittsburgh plays Miami next week.
Lock
They
it.
still play another game against the Browns. Their final
Lock
game
it.
is against the Ravens in Pittsburgh.
Right.
You know what? We're over here. We're look. Here's the deal. You know what? He beats.
They could be 11-6.
Look,
Miami's been
you're
playing.
over here saying Mike T,
Miami's on a
but you
4-game
know
win
what?
streak.
Yeah, but that's
Granted,
fool's gold. They
Miami's
come
not
into
looking like an
Pittsburgh.
easy out. But what I'm saying is
I
that
get
that's
that.
still a very beatable team. You know what? And as much as I just raved about Shador, you know what? You know, like he's still ultimately going to have to play Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's going to have a motivation to win, right? They might just unleash the dogs of war in that game. So what I'm saying is, 2 more victories gets him to 9 wins. He secured 500. At that point in time, you know what? Even if they lose the last game against the Baltimore Ravens, which is in Baltimore, I believe, you know what? The reality of it is that they still ultimately they win the division. They end up going, you know what, as the NFC North representative in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And then now run the tape forward. You know what? You got Mike Tomlin and you got Aaron Rodgers both in the playoffs, where coaching does matter in the playoffs. And now you also have Pat Mahomes not in the playoffs. You also have Lamar Jackson not in the playoffs as well.
Wow.
So now all of a sudden we could look. I'm not running the tape forward on this, but I'm just saying that, you know, if there's a head coach I do trust in the playoffs, you know, especially knowing that the road's not going to go through, you know, Kansas City. Hey man, Mike Tomlin seems like a good fit. So just stand 10 toes down, Mike. But you just watch. They make it to the playoffs, and you know Lamar and Pat's not there. Aaron Rodgers might be just licking his chops. So
Why? To be bounced out the first round?
remember, playoff Aaron Rodgers is a different animal. I don't know.
What?
Playoff Aaron Rodgers is still playoff Aaron Rodgers.
No.
So.
Now that's absurd.
What
You know
happened
Aaron
to your
Rodgers?
bromance with Aaron Rodgers? What did that?
Aaron Rodgers is the top 5 quarterback of all time in my books. But I'm not going to sit here and say playoff Aaron Rodgers is a different animal. 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers is a different animal in the playoffs? He hasn't played
He's
in the playoffs in 5
He's
years.
a different animal. If he gets a but what if he gets a good rub down, good oiling, good massaging, muscles get loose, and he gets out there and he gives you 3/4 of Aaron Rodgers. 3/4 of Aaron Rodgers is as good as 4/4 of any other quarterback still at this point. 3 good quarters.
Look, we can call this a year of the old guys. You got LeBron in LA. You got Flacco.
We're gonna come back to that.
You got Aaron Rodgers. You got Phillip Rivers making a return. I mean, look, why don't we just at this point in time, why don't we just basically just start recruiting from every single geriatrics clinic in America?
New 40.
Get them uniform.
60new40.com.
You know what?
60
put them
is
on,
the new 40.
Put them on. I mean, look, man. Like, you know, at this point in time, like we just might as well just call it, man, the year that has-beens, man.
Whoa. I don't know about has-been. Whoa.
We watching. No, has-been's not a bad thing.
No.
You know what?
No. We're not doing
has
that.
been an MVP.
I'm not doing that. I'm not signing on that has-been thing.
Has been a leader.
I'll go with
yards.
old. I'll go with whether I'll go
Has
with
been
long
an
in the
MVP.
tooth, but I'm not going with has been. No.
Look,
Because
you know
has
what?
been,
You can call it.
that represents like, hey, this guy wasn't. He wasn't. These guys were.
No, like you know what?
Hey,
there
Phillip
wasn't, and there.
Phillip Rivers was.
Yeah,
was
that's
Phillip
why
Rivers.
I said he like that. Look, he's a has been because at one point in time he has been great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not doing that. I'm not signing that. No, you're gonna change that. No.
No, I'm not changing nothing. You know
can't
what?
call
Like,
no, he's not a
he's
has been. He's not a has been.
Mike, what is he? What is he, Mike?
He's like way
What is he?
more than it has been. He like what could have been once upon
Thank
a
you.
time ago. Like it's Phillip Rivers.
Whoa.
Like
he's a once upon a timer.
Whoa.
yeah,
Whoa.
it's
Like,
this would have been more
no.
exciting, Jonathan.
Look.
What would have been more exciting? Tom Brady coming back or Phillip Rivers coming back?
Whoa.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, because you'd be
I get
like,
up for
wow,
that.
this would be interesting.
TB12.
He's still in shape, by the way. He's still in shape.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We'll close this out in a segment. We're coming back with our last segment.
Yeah, we out, baby. We out.